crazy.
Jesus Christ! You could get a stick for $3.95 today.
Well, you need all those pesky background checks these days.
No, I meant like, no, comparing inflation then to now.
Oh yeah.
25 cents a dynamite stick.
I'm gonna look that up in the
The amount of things you can do
investigators
with it.
handbook. I feel like they mentioned it. But
Well, you know, I mean, if you showed up to that town and you looked around, you could have sworn that somebody just blew up a bunch of dynamite there, like on everything. But, you know. So, then, just to circle back, no questions, nothing. We're ready to go.
when I was muted, I asked another question. And that's my fault. But how many bad guys are there?
I think we counted.
At least a dozen.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I think there was. Yeah, I thought there was. I don't know if it's old port. I think it was like 12.
We had four facing us. I remember that much, and then like I thought there was like 10 off to our.
Yeah, because like
Side.
they called, like one of them freaked out and called a whole other bunch to us to have a whole group run after us.
Yep.
Did we just talk ourselves into having 14 enemies?
No, that's just how it was.
Okay, so. Alright. So, as you're running and falling, tripping, whatever, and you're helping each other up,
Preparing to shoot.
sure. And you see all these enemies coming at you. What do you want to do? I mean, yeah, some of you, but some of you may not. Some of you may be like, okay, well, these are the people that they seem to be a little deranged, but they're coming our way.
And they look aggressive,
try-
right? Like
Yes,
they're not
they do
coming
look
to say hi.
aggressive.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
We have. Yes,
they're
it has been
bashing
this.
somebody's head out there over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
I mean,
One would think that is aggressive.
you ever seen 13 Ghosts? It's a great movie,
13 Ghosts?
But there's a couple of ghosts over there in that movie that, you know, when they kill, you know, you just see them like having the victim just suffering, and they're like torturing it slowly, very slowly, probably very low pain intensity at that point when they have it whatever they want it to be, just for the sake of it, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah, super safe.
well,
I'm gonna just take 3 pot shots into the crowd. At least hold them back, because I won't be able to make these dex checks.
yeah, I am right behind you.
Go shoot
Yeah,
it,
I will
my friend.
shoot
Make
once someone else
friends.
shoots.
Go shoot and make friends. I hope I'm in the right one.
Oh, dang.
What?
No,
Yeah,
let me see.
just gotta go.
Because I'm going to be doing the same thing.
Wow, hold on. How many times did you shoot?
All
3.
three of us shot.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I was like, what? What? How come the damage?
Sorry, my
didn't bump?
roll 20 crashed. So,
Yeah, but it didn't count my damage on this for some reason.
Oh, because you guys
Are you rolling
not
it via the
shooting,
skills or combat?
You guys are shooting handgun instead
On
of going
skills.
to combat settings. Area.
Mine's in combat. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's not.
so I will wait until they get right up close, because I have a snub-nose 45 revolver.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
but yeah, I got one for 12 damage. Actually, 21 because of the extreme.
Okay, but boys. What? Yeah, you're right. You need to.
Yeah, yeah.
You will need to talk. But so let's take it a little bit slower. So Red Wolf.
Yes.
I know. I get that you connect every single shot. You're like the gunslinger of the group over there, but I need to know how much damage you're doing.
If we're doing a extreme successes, do double damage.
Just roll again for the.
No, I mean you can just roll the damage.
Well, they do the impale.
Right.
He has one right here with a 7,
Just kind of
right?
Ooh, yep.
The harder.
No, that's a. But if I can't just roll. It doesn't let me just roll the damage.
You have to go onto the combat tab. Do you like enter the damage dice
If you
in there as
are,
well?
Watching
Yeah,
the
well-
stream right now. I
Like
can
what-
happily
like what's your
show it to
gun?
you.
It's
So
a
you
45
go-
revolver.
40.
I mean, I
Uh,
can just.
go into the character sheet.
But-
D10 plus
Click on
2.
combat.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Same thing. Go look it up.
There it is.
You have the same thing as me.
Well, yeah. So I'd be rolling a 4d10 because I got 3 shots plus the double damage, and that'd be plus 6 for.
But wouldn't you just roll the 1 and then just double the damage on that one?
Is that how it works?
For
Yeah.
No,
that extreme?
in the thing, you roll it twice. So yeah, a D10
Okay.
plus 2 and another D10 plus 2.
God, that was strong.
Wait, no,
Well,
that's
that makes sense. Okay, see, yours extreme damage is 12.
Yeah, and
You
then
had a
plus
red
9. So
Yeah.
yeah, 21. So I definitely dome a guy.
Okay, so that was the total damage. Are you gonna want me to divide that in 3 or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because the first two would have gone to the same person.
Well, let's
So
divide it
2
in
plus 2
3.
plus
Let's
4
see what we're
is
doing.
8. And another one would have
So that'll
gone
give you
another 8.
almost 10 points of damage. So yeah, you pretty much just killed 3 people easily with that. I mean, they may be strong, but they're not superhuman. They're still people, you know.
Yeah.
Most
And then
Which makes it
Trav-
feel not great, but
Most people don't
I can't
necessarily
run.
have over, I want to say the average maybe 9-10 points of damage. Obviously, you're going to have people with like 14 points of damage, and you're going to have people with 7. So,
And then Travis got 11, 11, and 8 for their damage. And I was only got 1 for the 21.
okay, well, hold on.
so. I'm gonna spend 1 luck to make my 3rd shot hit. So that's 6 damage and 6 damage.
Okay. All right. So I won then. Who hasn't shot? That was over there with you guys on the that might have fallen.
I think all 3 of us. It was just Angus, Wolf, and me that were being surrounded. Edward shooting them from behind.
We at
'Cause
least
he
got
was-
7
he-
of
he
them.
was-
So.
He was over here, right?
yeah, and he's also stealth, so they don't even know about
Okay,
him.
okay,
Or
then Travis, just roll your luck.
Roll my luck. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, change my display.
you're the one that talked first, so you get to roll your luck. Ooh, that was close. So you roll your luck, and all of a sudden, after you popped, what was it? About 7, 8 guys. The rest of the crowd just takes off. They just see what you
Oh.
did, and like they have this moment of lucidity where they're like, okay, you know what? Our odds of even getting there, not that good. So, probably the 3, 4 guys that were left, they turn around and leave. At all this, so my understanding is that Iris was also part of the shooting.
Yes.
Okay. So at all this, right after you guys finish shooting, there's this woman now over there that just, you guys turn your heads around and you just see a pair of pistols over there aiming that direction, or maybe one pistol aiming that direction, and you guys have no idea who this person is, but the thought comes up to where you could have easily just got shot in the head.
I'll look over and be like, well, hot damn. Like, we could have.
My gun is pointing at her like, who,
Yeah.
Charlie,
who are you?
fellas.
Are
Name's
you one of
Iris
them?
Winters.
Well, she just shot. We heard it from over there. She could have killed us. None of them are carrying
And yet-
guns.
All right. Good point, Harold.
Why are
Okay,
you-
so I'm assuming you also was hired by a rich lady.
Hired might be misrepresenting it. I'm simply in town because I'm curious about what's going on here.
Aww, I'm kind of sad. I thought she was gonna say, "Hey, I am the rich lady."
Oh, I'm quite rich. I do all right.
All right. Well, you don't got to brag about it.
And you can see, like, in the background, there's, like, her own private train car with, like, her name on the side.
Get going to the.
Who's Iris?
Or I guess in this case, like, it'd be like a fancy sports car. It's just, like, crashed into the wall right next to her.
Just get going to the church now. As I'm like picking myself up and reloading.
Yeah, you want to come with us to the church? Checking that thing out.
What's in the
Just
church?
don't look. Don't no, just don't look at the glowy things.
Yeah.
Gives you a damn
Oh.
headache.
So, just remind me which one of you last time, because I think there were at least 2 of you that were hearing music.
I think it wasn't it Greg and Edward?
Quite possible.
I
Yeah, I
don't
think-
remember.
It was definitely it was definitely Edward because he's too insane not to.
Yeah, I do remember the aliens character.
Yeah, and he's very much interested in getting his hands on that device if it's producing the make people crazy sound.
Yeah, I
I
thought
was
it was
only-
Greg.
I haven't heard the.
Because my listen is so crap, and I thought it was so funny that I couldn't hear it.
I have a listen of 20 as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, while we're walking, why don't we talk? So
All right. So if
why
you look
exactly
at the
are you
map,
curious?
all of you will be right about here. Obviously, the buildings and everything else, you know that most of it is just destroyed. That's just the layout at this point. With the cathedral being right about here, probably this building. So, I want everybody, once again, to roll your power. a dumb
Okay.
power. 45 out of 50.
Oh,
75
holy
and
shit.
75. Cutting it close. I is just like, I got this.
So why exactly are you here?
I was curious, darling.
Well,
Yeah, curiosity doesn't lead you to a place where people are violent as hell towards each other.
It's a fair point.
Well, it's something that's never happened before. And you see, I've been sort of studying strange goings on, the occult, you might say. Um, Spent probably more money than you'll ever make in your life on it. And you know what I found? Absolutely nothing. Only frauds, only charlatans, only flim flam artists.
You just,
I want to know about the real weird stuff. And
yeah.
this is the only thing that I've found so far that is that. I think we can all agree, and I like gesture back toward all the dead people we just shot. This is definitely legitimately weird stuff.
Like, I failed my power, so what does happen to me? I imagine this was happening mid-conversation.
You start burbling in the middle of our conversation.
Well, I'm gonna say that I think you did find the weird stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right. Okay. So, and you also see another person coming up. That will be Alien Alpha's character. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your character? Is he on?
I'm still working on it.
Okay, but like I mean, like personality wise, or like what are you doing in a town that is like completely covered by the crazy and just nothing really worth any money over there for as much as you know.
Trying to survive, get away from the crazies, kind of hold myself up. Then I come across the party.
This
So-
one
Maybe
is
he was
about to
just
be
surviving.
crazy.
Sounds like he was a townie that decided to survive, to try to like figure things out.
Exactly.
All right, so what's the plan, fellas?
Well, what happened with my power fail?
Wow. I am really glad you asked that. Because what happens now is that, you start hearing not necessarily that music, that nice little music that continue goes on, but now you hear voices. And these voices are not necessarily just a voice from like a third party, like somebody that is not over there. But actually, you hear the voices of your fellow investigators talking to you. But at some point in time, they may not necessarily be talking to you. Like you could swear that you see them and hear them talking. Like you guys were just having that conversation about how you survived and yada 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 yada. And then all of a sudden you look around and you may see Daniel just say, "Well, you know what? Maybe we should just get it done and over with. I mean, they're gonna kill us anyway, so we might just do it ourselves." And Dan's probably says something along the lines of, "Well, yeah, I mean, I have a gun. We can start shooting each other if we need to." And probably Harold goes like, "I think I'm just gonna shoot myself on the leg. I want to feel that. I want to see what that feels like." I've been really intrigued. Iris will
That
probably
sounds
say
like
something along the
something
lines.
Gadward would do.
Iris will probably say something along the lines of, you know what? I'd much rather just have my butler shoot me on the head than actually have to shoot myself. But I think definitely will be worth the experience.
What the hell are y'all talk? What? Why the hell are y'all talking like that?
You're talking.
Like what?
We're discussing where we're going.
Wait, then why? How come I heard about her wanting her butler of all people? Do you even have a butler?
I have many butlers, but what I didn't bring them with me, and I certainly wouldn't have them attack me.
I just.
Um,
I fucking hate this town already, and it's not even been an hour.
Juice, go ahead and give me another power roll. All right, give me a
Fucking.
skill roll.
Alright, I
How do you
succeed.
think it would feel
At
getting
this
shot
point,
with tungsten
At
darts?
this point, you see Iris when she was talking to you about her butler. You see her just grab her knife, and how all of a sudden Dance just pulls up one of his pants sleeves. He just rolls it right up, and she just grabs her knife and carves it right onto his leg, like starts carving at it, like, and he's just laughing at it. He's just loving it, enjoying it, and everybody else just cheering her.
Anyone say, like, wax or something?
Give me a 1d3.
Well, yeah, while I'm rolling that, like, anyone have any wax or something I can just put in my ears?
Not unless you brought it with you.
Fact, I have
Mm.
buttons. Or not called Gauze bandage.
And probably when you ask that, you can't really hear what they say. You know, you just hear them say whatever they say, but they also add things, to the message. Kind of like you hear what they say, and then you hear also something like, "But I'll hand it to you right after I finish with this. I'm having a real good time," or something along those lines.
And that y'all are talking over yourselves somehow. So can you just stick them in? Put it on my hand and stick in so I can stick it in my ears. I do not trust what I'm hearing right now, and I don't.
Okay.
Don't expect me to talk for a long while. This is.
I'll just go over there and put my hands around his ears.
Power roll. Power roll.
I'll pull up some of my. I'll pull out some of my gauze.
At that moment, you
put
stick
it
your
in
hand out to get those wax ear covers, whatever. And
no, they're physically approaching me with their hands. No wax or anything.
Okay, whatever. Even better. So when you feel something touching your ears, you're like, but then all of a sudden you start feeling pain on your ears, and you notice that somebody just got two knives over there because you touch them and you feel the knives, and someone's just digging those knives right onto your head. At that time, you also notice that the Iris is just laughing right in front of you, hysterically. Give me Senate roll again, please.
Oh shit!
No. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right at that moment, you see Dan's running towards you, and you're like, "Oh my God, he's gonna help me! Thank you!" And right when he gets to you, he goes like, "Bam!" like that on your ears, and you feel how those knives just dig right into your head. Obviously, you're not dead, but you just don't realize that you're not dead. You just can't take the pain and all.
I think at that point, at the pain of the ears, I would have shot him.
So go ahead and roll a 1d4 sanity, please. Thank you.
Another. Why am I roll on this? I'm happy this is happening, but for the low rolls. But why? Can I roll low normally?
Meanwhile, all of you see Jews that, he's just grabbing his head. He's just shaking around. He's just covering his ears. He's just starting to act like, all those people that are running around, and they're just talking to themselves and all that. Jews is having some real
Did-
problems right now.
Did you say shot someone though, right?
If I get stabbed all of a sudden by a guy that's like supposed to be my friend,
Well, for all you
Yes,
know,
I-
Iris just stabbed you in the ears.
yeah. So I'm just gonna.
Can I just grab a whistle and blow it in his ear?
You're gonna do what?
A whistle, like the one used by the judges at football stadiums.
You're gonna blow a whistle on his ears.
In his ear, yes. Believe it or not, whistles were actually used as parts of field kit for different scientific field kits in 1920s.
Close the door.
And I have no idea why. I mean, on paper, I do
So you're
know.
breaking up. What?
I started rambling, and I have trouble talking clearly because I was at dentist and had a tooth ripped out today. Actually just 3 hours ago.
Sure thing. No problem.
Either way, ordinary tin whistle and blow it in his ear. If it is sound-based problem, that should wake him up. And if it wakes him up, then I just have to find a way to amplify it to be heard by everyone in the town at the sufficient intensity to potentially get everybody to act normally for a bit. Or at least get them all deaf.
So I tell you what. If you want to roll if you want to blow the whistle, you're more than welcome to blow the whistle. I'm not gonna give you an outcome that your character has no idea what will happen before your character takes that action. I mean, if it's something that you already done before and you know what kind of what kind of effect will have, that's one thing. Obviously you shoot a gun to somebody, you're gonna shoot them. So okay, cool. That's a given. But I cannot tell you how all the crazy from the town will react to you blowing up a whistle as hard as you possibly could. Now, when it comes to him, I guess you're going to have to roll it and figure it out.
As I said several times, Edward is batshit insane.
That's what I'm saying. If you want to roll it, you can roll it.
What
There's really nothing.
do I roll?
There's really nothing stopping you.
Okay, I'm gonna approach my companion.
I mean, the only thing that would stop you really is your group, your teammates. They want to stop you.
Yeah, maybe
They can stop
blowing a whistle when we're trying to avoid more crazy people coming at us.
And him
Let's get
screaming
within cover first.
and
I didn't
him
think about
screaming
that.
like a lunatic isn't going to attract them.
Probably
Besides,
in the
whistle is
fetal.
incredibly difficult to pinpoint.
I'm probably in the fetal position at this point.
So if this
All
works,
right, well then,
perfect. If it doesn't work, we leave him as a bait.
okay.
He kind of approaches, pulling out a small tin whistle, kneels next to him, and blow it straight into his ear, practically. as hard as he can.
All right. So go ahead.
Release it.
Do you blow the whistle?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did it.
Okay. So you blow your whistle as hard and as loud as you can possibly blow it, right up his ear. That will give Juice Angus Kern a power roll. Go ahead and take a power. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
Now, go ahead and have a luck roll for me, please.
And whoops, the wrong one.
Okay.
Now I succeed.
Okay. All right. So, when he blows the whistle right on your ear, you just can't take the pain. The pain is just so much, it's so loud that right after he blows the whistle, you just cannot hear anything. You just feel like your ears are a little wet. And if you go ahead and you touch them, you see that there's a little bit of blood in your ear. So you're gonna give me a 1d3 for that. At the same time, you feel how
For my health, or
you feel how it's almost as if Iris, no, I'm sorry, not Iris, as if
Edward
removed the knives right out of your ears, and you can hear, but you can hear very, very low. Not only
fucking
that,
knives.
at the same time, you still see them doing all sorts of crazy things. They're just not doing it to you right now, but they may be just doing it to themselves, like stabbing each other in the arm, or beating each other up, or maybe finding a lonely old lady and just starting to bash her head or something, just for fun and laughing at it, just having a lot of fun.
I'm just going to walk on ahead and keep moving forward while holding my ears in pain.
Yeah,
I mean, you have a reason to hold your ears in pain.
As you walk, you could swear you hear, them talking to you, maybe one at a time. Hey, Angus, come in, help me out. Look, I'm about to open this lady up. Let's see what kind of treats she's got inside.
Fuck it. No, fuck off. I'm just focus on the job.
So,
Come on, Angus, let's go.
The rest of you notice how Angus gets up. He's terrified. He's just walking and walking away from you guys mainly, and definitely heading as fast as he possibly can towards what he believes is the direction of the church. So,
should we follow? Should we follow?
Well,
Where's
is he
he
going in
going?
the actual direction of the church?
yeah, he is going to.
I mean,
The church is here.
And you're going.
He's not necessarily
going to.
caring much right now for whatever is in front of him, if there's people or not. He's just heading there. He's just done with life at this point. He just wants it over.
Oh, I just don't want to deal with all the fucking insanity.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, let's get to the church.
I'll give him some space, but I'll follow behind. Yeah.
As we walk, I flip open my revolver and put 3 more bullets in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
From the 3 that I fired.
I'll reload as well.
And I'm like taking like a really fancy like silk purse and like popping it open and just like fishing bullets out of it and slapping them into the revolver like it's nothing.
And Angus, a quick question.
I'm not going to have you dissect the fucking newcomer.
No. I was wanting to ask which bullets I should use Do I burn things, disable things while also killing them? Burn things at a longer range, just disable them, cause them immense pain, shred them to pieces, or just punch massive holes through them.
Painless, Jesus for no, that's worse than you want. Why are you going on about the damn pancreas of all the fucking organs? God damn.
Pancreas. Huh. If I hit someone with a rubber bullet, it should cause quite a lot of pain without too much damage. Thank you.
Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, I'm just like at this point ripping my sleeves off and stuffing them in my ears.
Okay.
I don't want to listen to this shit anymore.
Is he gonna make it? I'll just turn to dance and ask if he's gonna make it.
Yeah, I don't know. He's going kind of nuts.
Do we have a gun trained on him just in case?
Just keep an eye on him. That
The
is-
fuck is y'all's obsession with gutting?
I don't know that much. What-
See, listen to the stuff he's talking about. Who's he talking to?
I
Who's he
need
talking
2
to?
seconds. I'll be right back.
You! Yeah. I'm talking to you! What do you think I'm talking about?
Well, who's talking about gutting? No one's talking about gutting. I'm just worried about you, pal.
I have an idea. I'm gonna write on my notepad, and we can tell him when he gets back. But just so you guys know, I'm gonna write on a notepad like, "Are you okay?" I'm gonna put on the notepad and show it to you. I don't.
I'm far from that. My ears are bleeding. I can't. I'm hearing y'all double talk, even though I'm fucking.
Well, I don't know what else to like. That's like the simplest thing to write in a quick family. I'm not gonna do old stat station telling you what's wrong.
How are you
Because-
still using that arm?
But you see like a phantom pen just.
For God's sake, there's
Wait.
3 knives in it.
What knives?
That one, and that one. As I like point at.
No. I mean, there's something. I think there's something wrong here. Can you describe those knives for me? Because maybe he does have them, but I cannot see them, and he's not aware of them. But you, for some reason, can see them.
No, I'm just stalling for time for Mega. I don't think that's something that can really be answered at the moment.
I mean, I got laxative that might be able to get you another power roll. Probably not for your brain though.
Are you writing that down?
No.
Mm,
Do you need some laxative? You seem kind of cranky.
I'm thinking what else I could do to help.
Yeah, gauze was my own thing. Other than that, I have a hand axe and matches, alcohol, laxative. Oh, there's a searchlight. Maybe if you flash your eyes, it'll kind of.
I got a driller set, a lock pit set, a dark lantern, a can of kerosene, 3 tents, 6 sleeping bags, 2 compasses, a heavy canvas bag that's holding those last 3, a gold pocket watch, and an umbrella, and old brass knuckles.
Oh shit, there's the clue.
Any idea what's going to happen? What's the plan at the church?
Wasn't there's like the beacon or something that's on the roof that we needed to get to?
All right.
Wasn't that the whole thing?
We decided to check the bottom.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back.
I'm good.
All right, so what's the plan?
Well, Angus was talking a bunch of crazy, so I was gonna write a note on my notepad just to like see like, are you okay? Or
I asked how he's writing that with all the knives in his arm.
Mm.
And if you actually say that, I'll write down there are no knives. I am fine.
I'm going fucking insane. I can still hear y'all saying twisted and doing twisted things. God.
We are not.
Just write down who you want me to shoot. I can't even look at. Oh God, that's the Lawrence Essence. Okay, turning around and keeps going.
Go ahead and do a power roll.
Everyone.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Jesus Christ, man! Come on.
So we're all doing
Yeah, we're fucked.
Power roll.
This is gonna be so good. All right, so
I'd like to get to the church before having a TPK.
That's the second 99 you had before any success on the power roll.
So as you guys continue walking, and Angus, continues seeing weird shit and continues realizing how the rest of you are just talking to him, but not necessarily talking to him, but he thinks you are. And you guys seem to be doing all sorts of crazy stuff. Ultimately, Arlen, he appears in front of him for the moment. And, he sees Arlen over there just pulling up a knife and coming to him. He's like, let me see what you have inside of your head. Let's see what's going on in there. And all of a sudden, Angus just gets freaked out about it. While he walks towards Juice, he starts carving his hand just to show him what it's like. Arlen, go ahead and give me a sanity roll real quick.
Second?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Thank you. All right.
I said this is gonna be bad.
You're walking towards him, and you just see how there's something in your hand. There's like a gigantic bug that just landed in your hand, and you just don't know what it is. So you just grab a knife, and you just start trying to kill it with it. Ultimately, really, you're just carving your hand through, going on and on and on about it. And the Jews, ultimately, you're seeing Arlen coming at you, like with this menacing look, just stabbing his hand as much as he possibly can, and telling you, buddy, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you here fine. You'll see how you're here just fine after this. So, Angus, at this point, you just see how
question.
Hold on. You just see how the bone shows on his hand. Angus, go ahead and roll sanity and hard.
That wouldn't matter.
I'll keep that roll. Thank you. Give me a 1
When
to 5.
You there?
Yeah, I am here. I can't hear anything, but I'm here.
Could you repeat the question?
I don't hear anybody talking.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoever was asking the question, can you repeat it? You cut out.
What's the question?
I wanted to ask how did I notice that in that moment of madness, I don't technically don't have a knife, I have scalpels, but did I notice that the blade went in the bug, went over it, or just stabbed through it and the bug just kept moving?
No, you will just notice that you will
Because
stab the bug. However, the bug wouldn't die. It will just move and move around and start almost biting your hand to where you will get more
oh,
frantic
great.
about it.
That would have made things so much worse for him, because that means that he would have stabbed the bug and tried moving it around while it's impaled on a scalpel, while ignoring the fact that he's cutting himself up.
Yep. So,
Because suddenly he has a new toy.
so as you see this, Angus, with that nice sanity roll, did you roll a 1d5 for me, please? Angus?
Yeah.
I didn't see that roll. Okay, there we go. So, all this happens, and you have your bout of madness, and you suffer severe paranoia. And literally,
Yeah, but
everyone's out to get you if they weren't out to get you before.
Oh, he was
So
already
you're
there.
going to pull out your gun at this point.
well, hold on. I would have just run at this point. Like, there's a group after me. I would run.
Well, there's this guy just coming at you with a knife.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
go
would
ahead and
run.
Run and roll your dexterity, please. Go ahead and roll a 1d4 for me, please. Okay. What else do you want to do? Do you want to run again, or do you want to shoot?
Keep going. Like, and
Okay.
I don't
Go
know
ahead and
what the
roll
fuck's going
dexterity again
on.
if you're going to continue trying to run. Go ahead and roll a 1d4 again. Okay. Again, running.
I'm going to be real with all of you.
or
If he
staying?
pulls out a gun and starts shooting, I'm shooting him.
What do we
I'm
do?
running.
Okay, dexterity. All right.
Watching
so you
him go
managed
crazy.
to roll your dexterity.
Yeah.
How much damage did you
Yeah.
take, by the way?
4 damage, and I'm down to 2.
You're down to okay. So that dexterity roll that you roll allow you to take a step, and then you will just fall down and just stay down. You're very badly hurt to the point that you wouldn't be able to move without possibly medical assistance, if not hospitalization at this point.
I'm just
Then again-
crawling.
But then again, getting medical assistance will be extremely difficult for you, considering that you think that everybody's trying to kill you. So, at this point in time, you just cannot run, but you are not willingly going to take medical assistance from them. So, what does the group want to do about this situation? Now you can clearly see Arlian just managing to do some crazy design on his hand with his scalpel. He's just stabbing himself thoroughly, and Angus just managed to get himself so hurt after tripping on the ground so many times that he just can't seem to stop bleeding right now. He's bleeding pretty bad, actually.
So do we have a doctor in our group?
No,
Yeah.
but
Me.
Yeah, the guy stabbing himself.
Yeah.
Okay. So no is the answer.
Well,
I mean, you just need
we can
to
get him to stop himself. I don't know.
I
Can
would
we
say
Can I
get
get
some
like
rope and tie him up.
smack Edward in the back of the head, trying to like snap him out of it? Not really to hurt
I mean,
him, but
slap
just kind
is
of
an effective way to wake people up from trances and similar, so I think it would work if the keeper allows.
Why not? You know what? What's the worst can happen here? Go ahead
I
and roll
think
your
I
brawl.
think I know. Brawl, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your brawl. All right. So Arlen, go ahead and roll your luck.
How bad is it?
All right.
I'm keeping my eyes closed. I'm not daring to open them.
Dance,
And,
go
and I
ahead and
wasn't
roll.
I wasn't really trying to hurt him. I was just trying to like kind of wake him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. See, if you're trying to wake him up like a soft punch, go ahead and roll a 1d2. Arlen. 1d2.
Just a second. Alright. Ooh.
All right, 2 damage. Arlen, go ahead and roll your power again, please.
Oh my
Wow. All right, you come back. You snap back, and all of a sudden, when you snap back, you just see how your hand has a scalpel right through it. You can clearly see the bones of your hand, like through your hand. And you're
God damn it, not again.
You're the one with the scalpel, and, holding the scalpel, pretty much.
I did it again? God.
Oh,
Okay, who did what happened?
Again?
Everyone, both you guys went nuts. I'm gonna hand him some gauze to wrap up his hand, and I was like, I'm gonna point over to Angus. So you're like, can you do something about that?
Yes, give me a moment.
Still screaming my head off and just like trying to crawl away.
Look
Pull
over
out
at Chris and you're like, I don't know
what
these
he,
people.
Well,
what he
what
considers
does
a
this?
first aid kit and start patching him.
Go ahead and
First,
roll.
just grab his arm to hold and then trying to fix Angus.
If you're rolling first aid on you, go ahead and roll. We're gonna say that you automatically do the first aid on you because you're a doctor and you can, you can do it on yourself. That's fine. So go ahead and roll 1d3.
I mean, it's a patchwork job, so just enough so he can start working on Angus.
All right.
Still trying to crawl away.
Should we hold him down or what do y'all think?
Just let me
let's
know.
get some rope. Tie him up.
Mega, let me know when the paranoia goes away.
Go ahead and roll your power.
Oh my god.
All right, you snap back.
There we go.
When you snap back, obviously, at that very point, you notice many things. The first thing you notice is Arlen's character patching up his hand. And then you look at yourself and you see in what kind of a shape you are. You can see that you're bleeding pretty profusely. You may have, dislocated at least, if not broken, a couple bones from falling so many times. You're in very, very poor health condition right now. That definitely will hit you the moment you come back.
Fucking damn it!
I'm here. Let me try to patch you up a bit. If you want to have some morphine.
Fix me fucking out.
Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna look at Howard and Myers and just like, what has happened? I don't know.
Medicine and
all right. Why not? And this is how our character ends, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my god.
So
I mean, it's technically not a fumble, so
He pulls the
First time
gauze.
dying this way.
He pulls the gauze and he
You
sees
could push
that
it.
he just unfortunately has a broken leg. So, the bone probably sticking out of the leg. So he figures, you know what? I think I can correct this. I'm gonna try to get it together, and then I can probably put a stick or something attached to the leg or the arm, so it won't move anymore and it'll heal. Unfortunately, once he pushes the bone right inside of the arm, he nicks an artery. Um, Angus, go ahead and roll a 1d3.
I think the doctor should roll this.
No,
Well,
it's your health.
I think, as I understand it, a roll doesn't do any bad stuff unless you push it.
It's a
So like you
96.
could push.
One. So you
Oh
lose
my
one
God,
I'm
roll
a-
to damage, and at this point in time, you faint.
Anything over 5.
Now,
Well, since it's not,
at this
he's
point,
not moving.
his character at this point is dead unless he can make it to a hospital because he is bleeding through an artery.
Can I attempt another roll?
No.
Hopefully, my luck isn't not going to be that bad this time.
Not at this point. You just tried one. So, do you want to switch characters, Jews, or you want to just sit back?
Just sit back.
All right.
Or at
Sorry.
least what? No, I'm not blaming you, man. It's just shitty luck, and I just hope we're at least in front of the church at this point.
Right about now,
Our
I mean, you guys made you're probably right over here by now with all that walking, hysterical craziness, and fighting, mostly with yourselves, but yeah, fighting. You are definitely in sides of the church. You can see the cathedral. This cathedral is huge. It looks very very in the style of the old style cathedrals. It kind of look like very castle-y like. You do see that the walls are cracked, much like every single other structure in the city. However, the cathedral seems to be still standing. The cathedral has a glow to itself. Go ahead and roll your power, everybody. Don't worry, you're not gonna lose control just yet, even if you fail.
We're gonna fail because our luck is so absolutely shit.
But ultimately, those of you that pass the roll, you don't get to see anything. Those of you that fail the roll, you do notice that there's a very, very bright glow to this church. The walls glow, and it's almost like there's this sound that is coming out of the church, and it's not a music. It's more of a blasting sound. It goes like, and the closer you get, that beeping or whatever that is, it sounds louder and louder, and faster and faster the closer you seem to get to the church. Almost like a heartbeat, but like very very extremely loud. Alien Alpha, I guess 98. Go ahead and give me a sanity roll.
Who's giving a sanity roll?
There you go. All right. So go ahead and roll 1d2, and you feel very much drawn to that cathedral. You just you look at it and you're like, yeah, let's go in there. You just head on over there. You don't care right now if the group is behind you or not. You're just going. And while the group might have taken a step for a moment, like maybe they stop walking for a second just to look at the glowing of the church, at least most of you that would have seen it, Alien Alpha, your character wouldn't. Your character would have just be infatuated with it and continue walking towards it. So, what do you guys want to do?
Go in the church.
All right.
The device is the alleged device is in the basement. So
Very well. As you get to the
loading
church,
one flare into the shotgun.
as you get to the church, you finally get to the entrance of the church. When you get there, the doors are closed, but suddenly they open. There's this set of double doors, two sets of double doors, that they just open wide, just for you. Go ahead and roll your power, please. Thank you.
What the
Those
fuck?
of you that failed the roll, you can clearly hear a voice from inside screaming, "Help! Help! Save us! Help!" Iris, you are the only one that hears a male, very, very deep voice telling you that if you go there, that you are going to die, that you're just going to be cannon fodder, much like everybody else, and that he is just going to take over the world.
Okay.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Still heading towards the basement.
Who's the Robin?
My-
Who's the
my
Robin
cal-
Hood of the group that's going to go save the day and soul
Yeah.
distress?
Don't listen to it, guys. It's all bullshit. I cocked my pistol in my pocket.
You don't hear that girl?
No, and you don't either.
I think we've established that we can't trust anything we hear or see.
Irish just mind nobody.
I mean, my character is a bit of a sociopath, so
You can care less about
he
damsel.
doesn't care. Yeah,
What a great
he
doctor.
couldn't care
I
a
could
less.
live or die.
Dr. Jackal.
Yeah. Okay. So, to the basement.
All right, so you head on in. As soon as you head on in, the beating sounds louder and louder and quicker. You do go ahead and roll spy hidden, please.
Oh,
Well, someone passed.
Yeah. So those of you that pass, you guys see a couple of shadows just running inside. It's a little dark inside. You know, there's not that many lights just yet. But you do see some small shadows that they appear to be just running across many places in there, like from one corner to the next, very quietly, but out of the corner of your eye, you can clearly see them.
I'm gonna pull out my searchlight to just kind of get
Iris,
some extra light.
when you see one of those shadows, unfortunately, there's a breeze. That breeze seems to blow something in your eye, and it's just really messing you up right now because it's just making it really hard for you to be able to see anything. Go ahead and roll a 1d2, please. obviously that can be healed afterwards. But you're gonna scratch your eye pretty bad to where your eye's gonna be watery and teary. 1 point. All right.
I'll be back in about 2 minutes.
Okay, no problem. It's not like you're gonna be alive by then. So
I'm gonna pull out a searchlight and just kind of get some extra light in the room. I have my gun in my other hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a flashlight out of my purse as well.
All right. I want Dance. I want you to roll your luck. Very good. All right. So you pull out the flashlight, and when you illuminate the room, you can clearly see that there's a path right in front of you where you were walking, and along that path, you see many, many, many different crazy people. Some of them crying over the dead bodies of other crazy people. And yet some other ones, a little bit more crazy, eating out of those bodies.
Okay.
Man, I'm hungry.
You want got any Popeyes?
This would be a
Pass me a
good story
wing.
for my.
I need a chicken wing. Pass me that wing over there. Hungry.
So as you get to the door, I want to know what you guys want to do. The door seems to be closed. It's a wooden door, somewhat wide.
Too bad we didn't
What's
get
the
that
plan?
kerosene off Angus. Is it the door locked or?
I don't know. You haven't tried to unlock it or lock it, so
Yeah,
go ahead and roll
I'll
your
try to
luck
open it.
See if it's locked or unlocked.
We'll have to give it a shot.
I mean, what's the worst can happen?
Anyone want to do the honors? Or?
Wait, who's rolling luck?
Well, it's who's opening the door.
I'll open the door.
Alright. I'll have my gun and light trained on the doorway. So,
Do I need to roll anything to open the door, or I'm just opening it?
All right, you open the door. I want Iris. I want you to roll your luck, please. The door is open. Very well. When you open the door,
What did they miss?
they found a
They
door
opened the
But he
door.
died.
and they opened. They opened the door. When you open the door, you see that there's a stair. A set of stairs that just goes down. When you look at the bottom of the stairs, you see that there's this area with light. Actually, there's some light like on the walls. However, the ground seems to be covered on some sort of liquid. If you look at the back, at the very back, you see a pedestal. This pedestal, they seem to be a rock glowing in it. Very, very brightly. Almost floating on top of the pedestal.
Can I tell what the liquid on the ground is?
It looks like it could be some sort of water or very black water or
Does it smell like anything?
Oh,
or it could be
Taste
oil.
it.
Could be black oil.
Taste it.
I'm sorry?
Can I taste it?
Well, you're still on top of the stairs.
Damn.
You can go down.
I loaded one of my flares. Can I just fire it into the liquid?
Sure, you can, yeah.
I mean, if you read the description, they burn a good bit. So if we can use it to both determine if it's flammable and to determine how deep it is.
What does it extinguish if it hits the
Great
water?
idea. So
Depends on the flares I'm using are magnesium based, so no.
Alright.
Or at least it shouldn't.
So you throw the flare, and that whole pool that
Shoot
was
it.
covering the ground pretty much gets on fire. And it just starts burning. The
Yeah,
whole
that's
ground.
weird blood.
The whole ground is just burning. And there's just so much that it's just burning and burning and burning. And there's almost no end to it. It just keeps on going.
All right. Well, that's not.
Ah,
I closed the door to the basement and like back away. Well, to keep
Nope,
keep
nothing
the
here.
oxygen. Well, to put the fire out, you know, the
Well,
fire will
yeah.
use up all the
Well,
air,
what-
and then
what's in there? See.
well, there's some sort of stone that's glowing down there, but now it's all on fire, so we can't go down there.
it'll be.
Church gonna-
It'll.
Is the church gonna burn
Hey.
down?
It will stop burning in an hour or two.
Go ahead and roll
Really
your
good.
So we
power,
just
everybody.
wait.
So we're
Power.
just gonna move the on the screen.
Power.
Uh, oh, thank God.
Damn.
All right. Harold, you feel extremely compelled to go down there
Uh-oh.
and grabbing that flying rock and just ending things. You know that by doing that, everything will finish. And especially when the voice in your head is just telling you, Harold, come on, you can save your friends on the group. Just come down and destroy that primordial rock. Bring peace back to this town. You know they deserve it. I need to go away. It's your time to send me away, Harold. Come on, I know you can do it. Send me back to the ancient dreamlands.
Yeah,
that-
that
that
voice. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Of course, I will.
All right.
And then I will just go.
Go ahead and you start heading down, and everybody, you guys notice how he opens the door, and he starts heading downstairs.
Oh.
You get
He knows what he's doing. You should let him go.
right in front of the pool, and go ahead and roll your sanity, please. All right. 5 sanity. And is that, or I get you to walk over the fire? So,
Nice.
about the madness. All right. The madness continues.
So- Since I failed that power check too, am I down there?
Give me a second. So, significant person review. The investigator backstory enters significant person. The investigator mistakes another person in the scene. So, go ahead and roll your power again. Let's see if we're going to mistake one of them for your significant person, or if your significant person is just going to manifest. Very well. So you're going to mistake one of them for your significant person. So whenever you hear them talking out there, you could swear that now you're hearing whoever your significant other is at this point. So you feel compelled almost as to go up there to see and wonder what is your significant other doing this at a place so unsafe. Meanwhile, Iris, you also missed the roll, so therefore, let's see. Go ahead and roll your luck for me. So you head down. You start heading down there. You know that by seeing him go down there, you're convinced that the exit is down there. Especially when you're hearing this voice too, that is telling you, yes, you know what, we have to destroy this rock. But you're not that far out yet to where you will attempt to walk over the burning ground. You're more so compelled to go downstairs because the voice seems to know what he's saying, and also Harold seems to have gone down there too, and obviously two are better than one at accomplishing that mission. Moral support.
Then Howard walks back up.
Seems legit.
What the rest of you do?
So we watch Harold go down, then Iris go down, then Harold come back up, and then he thinks one of us is his significant other.
Yeah.
Well, first let's
I would
determine
probably
who it is.
say, while I'm going down there, I'd be like, look, we got to go destroy the rock. Let's go.
You were the one that closed the door and said not to go down there. Now you're doing it.
Yeah, you said
Because
no
there's
matter
rock
what
in
I
there.
say, and no matter what happens, do not open this door that I'm closing.
Actually, yeah. Actually, right? Something like that.
I don't think I said that.
Well, you said something.
That
You
doesn't
made
sound
it
like
sound like you didn't want to go down.
Exactly. You said let it burn.
That doesn't sound like something I'd say. Anyway, we got to go destroy the rock. Let's go.
Well, the fire. The fire.
Wait.
Why don't you wait for the
Fire is still up.
Yeah, I
Yes.
thought we were gonna wait. Like we could still go get it. I don't care about that, but like we should wait till the fire burns out, right? Or find a way to douse
Yeah,
it.
could
We can't
be
wait.
Trevor.
Does anyone have water?
It could totally
mean,
be
I can
Trevor.
pee.
That's fine. You hear
Okay.
Trevor up there, and you wonder if it's Trevor, and you're gonna go back up just to make sure that that's Trevor, and wonder what Trevor's doing over there. How did he get there without you knowing when you've been here for a while, and yet he just seems to be all fine and dandy up there talking.
Okay, so how do I decide who it
Angus
is?
in the corner is just like bleeding out.
Well, at first you see him, and then you kind of see his mannerisms, so it kind of gives them away that is Trevor. Juice, go ahead and give me your luck.
Goody.
Yeah, you're dead.
Rip.
Didn't mean to laugh. Sorry, it's awful.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
So,
It's like we're like, yeah, you're dead.
well, if he had passed their luck, I was gonna have him maybe pass out, and whenever he passed out, he might have rolled, and maybe that would
I
have
was
pushed the
already
against
passed out.
The other, no, but I mean like passed out to where you would have moved or something, and an excuse mainly to have you push the artery and not bleed to death, but you did not. So, okay.
I have nowhere to help you. I have one medicine.
It's okay. He might not be the only one dying. So
Could I?
I mean, if you survive long enough, maybe we can try saving your ass if we succeed. But
do you
that's
have-
unlikely.
Do you have a way to revive the dead?
I mean, Edward would be the guy. And if there was anyone, it would be Edward.
Anyway.
I mean, I have a few potential theories.
So you're gonna run experiments.
If the corpse
on
is fresh
this guy.
enough.
That's what you're saying.
Uh-oh.
I mean,
Biotic.
if I succeed the roles,
He's gonna be the next
you
Dr. Ward.
would. I mean, if he wants, I can always turn him into a cyborg. First cyborg ever made. About 200 years before cyborgs were a thing.
The
I mean,
next
technically,
Dr. Ward.
if you have glasses, you are one, but just the boring kind.
All right. So the group up
Maybe,
there.
maybe I can use you as a host for some fire vampires. Use them as a battery to keep you alive.
Sure, go ahead and roll your fire vampires. Yeah. Hey,
I mean,
everything's just working out today. So let's just I want to see that. Come on.
that's for after this.
Look,
That's for after this.
I'm
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna pour myself some whiskey and I'm gonna cheer to you. Go ahead and roll. I want to see
Go
that.
ahead and do
What
it.
they roll?
Come on.
Roll it.
Power?
Roll the fire. Yeah, roll the fire vampire. I mean, you're gonna blast them out, but we're gonna see if you can control them or not. So go ahead.
I hate myself. I hate myself for suicidal theory.
Oh,
No, you
It's
hate
just a thing.
Edward for the suicidal theory. Get it right.
yes.
All right. So a swarm.
And they, and I and they
little
didn't
tiny
even want
creatures.
to do this.
A swarm of little tiny creatures just come out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere, out of a hole in space. They just manifest, and they just come out. And as they come out, they start going everywhere. I want everybody to roll luck.
There's also a bunch of people in the room, a bunch of crazy people in the room too, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, we're not physically endangered. They feed on memories.
So
Doesn't it take?
So as a, so we should be fine-ish.
so
I like
all
it.
I
Keyword
just hope you
is.
don't have any dear memories.
all those little creatures, they just come out. And they pretty much attach to everyone, and they try to attach to Iris. But Iris is kind of like not wanting the vampire, so she just keeps moving. And everybody else, it's more like, oh, look at that thing, what is that? And they stretch their arm, and the vampire just lands on the arm, and it's just there. And meanwhile, they're just biting them. So I want everybody to roll your power one more time.
Can I eat it?
I mean, it's creature made of energy, but you can try.
The
Out of
vampire
the
Hungry.
power roll, those of you that pass, you probably get the hint that that thing on your hand may not necessarily be on your best interest.
I'm gonna try and eat it.
I'm gonna smack at it. I'm gonna smack at it. Try.
Those of you that fail, such as Harold and just Harold, um, Harold, you just leave that thing there because you even forget that the vampire's there, maybe on your arm or whatever. The vampire is just not there. Really, it doesn't bother you, so you just leave it there.
It's just chilling.
Can I see
Buddy.
that he's just leaving it?
Eat soft tacos later.
Yeah, because I was down in the thing trying to get the rock right, and then I'm coming back up, and so then it just attaches itself to me, and I'm still going up towards them, or...
Sorry.
Like, would we see?
Say that again.
Go for it.
Because I was downstairs, right, with the rock, and coming up towards them.
You started going up because you heard
Trevor.
your body up there.
And a vampire thing attached onto me.
Yep. But
And I'm not even paying
so
attention to it.
infatuated on the sound of his voice that you heard up there that you just couldn't give two craps about the vampire or anything. You just wanted to see. And when you got up there, you definitely see that he's there. In flesh and blood. Nothing has happened to him. He doesn't have one scratch. He looks at you and says, Harold, I guess I beat you here too, huh? Much like I beat you to everything.
Pick, you son of a bitch. And I run up to whoever it is. I'm going to try to take a swing at him.
All right.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What the hell?
Oh, I thought you were going for the predator arm
What?
move.
Since when did you hate Trevor? What the fuck?
He got Bassette's favor.
Well, yeah, but I did that for you.
Yeah, but you got it. He didn't get it.
So,
I saved your ass.
who wants
So
to
he's
roll
like,
luck to determine if you're Trevor or not?
I mean, it might be fitting if it was me, but yeah.
Actually, hold on. Harold, go ahead and roll a 1d5. So Arlian is Trevor.
Take a
Uh-oh.
swing at him.
All right, you take
Would
a
it
punch.
would it be
at
would it
Harold.
be ever or
Arlian, you want to
no?
roll dodge, or you just gonna take it?
Dodge. I don't want to get punched.
Go ahead. Roll your dodge. All right. Do you want to counter, or you're just maybe gonna talk
Counter.
it out, or?
No, just step out of the way while chastising fire vampires. No biting.
Okay.
No biting. You're supposed to help keep the over there alive, or at least
Okay.
functional.
And, Harold, go ahead and roll your power again. And you, when he starts talking, all you hear is like, "Wow, you're lame. You can even punch like a man. What is that?" I mean, do you always punch like that? I mean, you couldn't even hit me. What was that? Who taught you to punch? Your grandma?
I may not be able to
Those
punch,
right
and I'll just pull out a gun.
words.
Jesus
Do it.
Christ.
Kill him.
Pull out a
Do
gun.
it.
Arlen,
Let the
what
hate
do? You
know.
see him pulling a gun, aiming at you.
Dodge the bullet. Do it.
Pull a Neo.
How far away is he from me?
Can any of us
I
react?
shouldn't be that far from you.
He was able to swing at you, so he's literally in front of you.
I'm trying to
Would I
take
be able
the
to hit him and knock him out?
Sure, if you want to hit him, you can. I mean, if
Okay.
you want to knock him out for good, 100%, no questions about how much damage you do, roll it in hard.
No, I'll just roll. I'll just roll the regular. Just see what I can do.
I mean, what's the worst can happen?
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
All right, so go ahead and roll your damage, please. Thank you.
I did it again, didn't I? Wait, no. What's the damage for a punch then?
I want to say 1d3,
It's
1d4.
I think it's
Depending on
D2
how
or
hard you're
D3. I
clocking
have it
him.
written. Give me a second.
Depending on how hard you're clocking him, 1d3, I want to say.
Alright, I'll go 1d3.
All right, 3 damage. So, Harold,
Like, what?
he punches you for 3 damage. Well, obviously you're not looking at him because you're looking at.
Yep, I know. I figured I was all focused on
at the
Arlen,
body.
so I wasn't going to be paying attention.
And when he punches you, you hear him now laughing at you and saying, "Even your friends hit you. You're a loser. What are you doing here? Why don't you go back home so the big guys can actually finish this instead of you just being over here in the middle, just wasting everybody's time."
Hit him.
What? No, what the hell? What's your problem, Harold? Why are you hitting Edward? Why are you trying to kill Edward right now? And who the hell's Trevor?
Just shut up! I'm going to take care of Trevor myself.
Trevor's not here. What the fuck?
Push.
Can I attempt brawl to disarm him? It is on the list of potential actions.
Roll your brawl if you want to take his gun. Or whatever he's got.
He mentioned the gun, so I'm gonna attempt to
Roll your brawl.
take it.
Go ahead.
Roll your brawl.
Take your swing.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I raise my hand and miss miserably.
So the moment that you go try to grab his gun, Harold kind of like gets freaked out. And he takes a shot. Take a shot, Harold. Well, just roll the damage, pretty much, because you're going to hit him.
Roll damage, okay.
Just roll the damage.
It's a D10, right?
Yeah. 1d10 plus 2.
Damn.
Whoa.
Fuck. What? Oh, what?
What's your health, Arlen?
11.
All right. So he shoots you right on the chest. You just go right down. Boom.
Armor. I have armor.
Oh, okay.
That's
What's
D4 damage reduction.
What's your armor? How many points?
Thing is, you said D4,
Okay.
but I later checked, and it says that that type of armor should have damage reduction of 6. So, do we go with what is written or what you said?
I would like to say. Well, hold on. What gun did you shoot him with?
I shot him with a revolver.
Yeah. Well, what caliber?
.45.
45.
Yeah, that's D10 plus 2.
Right. So I want
There
to
is-
say that we're gonna go with the D4 mainly because it's a shot at point blank. It's not something where, it can hit you from the side or whatever. And your armor will definitely stop it, but it will be 4 points that your armor will block. Maybe it can shoot you on the leg and or on the arm or.
D4. Wait, do I roll D4 or do we go with the Call of Cthulhu?
No, you're
of
not gonna roll anything.
6 damage reduction?
You're just gonna take just 6 damage. No rolling. You already dodged those 4 points automatically. All right, so you took the shot. He took it like a champ. You kind of busted his arm. Arlen, your move.
Oh. Well, nobody can blame me for
Sure we can.
for retaliating.
You set up your
Retaliating.
thermonuclear pocket bomb.
No,
so
I'm
tell
just
you-
going to
Hit him.
I'm just going to pull out my shotgun, and I have rubber bullets.
Oh, Jesus
All
Christ.
right, so you're gonna shoot him with your shotgun. Go ahead and take a shot if you're gonna shoot him.
Rubber bullets, so it's not going to
So non-lethal.
kill him on
Non-lethal rounds.
non-lethal.
Okay, go ahead.
Both
You take one or two
charges
shots.
firing.
All right, and roll the
Both.
damage, please. Whatever the damage is for the rubber bullets. So now we
I think if you're going with a slug, it would be D6.
Okay, go ahead and roll 1d6.
Two. Just
So
give me a second
1d12,
to check.
just roll.
I'm gonna roll 2d6. You have got. Oh no.
There you go.
Okay, that would be
Alright, so
8
that's-
non-lethal damage, and it's gonna hurt like a bitch.
Well, 8 damage is 8 damage in my book. So Harold,
I have
do you
5
want to
hit
run? Do
points.
you want to dodge?
Yes, I would love to dodge.
All right. So when Alien takes the shot, in reality, you see your body over there standing and saying, "Ha, watch this. Why don't you try fighting like a man?" And he takes those shots with a shotgun, and yet you dodge them. So after you dodge, what do you do?
Go for another
Did you
shot.
dodge both
Yeah.
or just one?
No, he'll dodge both. He will dodge. One roll is more than enough for both. So you take your shot again, Harold.
Yep.
All right, your turn. Erlin, do you want to
And
dodge?
you're making me roll dodge for all attacks and him only for one.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll again then, Harold. I didn't realize I had you dodge twice, Erlin. But yep, go ahead and roll twice.
I mean, made me roll 6 times
Okay.
for
It's fine.
once.
Fair enough. We're gonna make it fair. There you go. So you took the second shot. You took 5 damage. All right.
Okay.
So do you still shoot with your shotgun, with your handgun?
No. I am at 5, so.
So do you still take the shot for 12?
Would I be able to? I took 5 damage and I'm at 5 hit points.
Oh, maybe you
So
go down
he's
to
just
the
dead?
ground, but you can still take a shot from the ground if you're in such rage that you hate him as much.
Oh, I will for sure take a shot if I'm able to take the
All
shot.
right, you take a shot. All right, Alien, your
So
character
you got 0 hit
sees
points?
that you hit with the second shot. He goes down to the ground, and as he's going to the ground, in a moment of, I don't know, grace, we can
Adrenaline?
say, adrenaline, sure.
Ad-
He just sticks his arm out and aiming as best as he can, he takes his shot to you. Go ahead and roll your dodge.
I'm not dodging that one, but sure.
All
You
right,
got it.
Uh-oh.
you did dodge it. All right, you dodged it. And after you dodge it, now you see that he's on the ground. He can now move very well.
I'd say probably collapse, hold on to himself
Yeah, he's just.
after in pain.
He's just.
Did
he
you
seems to be
calm down
for
a
the
bit?
moment.
Nope.
God damn it. Damn it, this place is a worse nightmare than dealing with
Everybody
the
roll power.
goddamn
Yes.
god of lunacy.
Everybody roll power. Ooh, look, we got
Roll
first
what?
95.
Hour?
Power, yes.
Yeah, I failed.
Got the
Think?
first 95.
Yeah.
So, Red Wolf, you kind of like, you're kind of getting tired of the whole situation. You
Uh-oh.
look down at Harold, you look at Erlin, and you're like, man, I'm done with this place. This is getting old now. So you kind of push somebody to the side, maybe, I don't know, Iris, and you walk through. And as you walk through, you open the door again. And you see that the flames are not there.
Magic.
The voice seems to tell you, look, the flames are gone. It's time to destroy that stone. Save the town and send me back.
I'll go in and shoot the stone.
Alright,
Uh-oh.
so you start heading down the stairs. What is the rest of the group that is not laying on the ground or dead want to do?
Continue staying dead.
Does that power check give me any extra insight as to whether we want to destroy the stone or use it somehow?
I'm sorry, is it that again?
I got a hard success on my power check. does that tell me that we don't want to destroy the stone?
No, that just tells you that you're not necessarily being compelled by a third party influence to go down there and destroy the stone. I mean, if you want to destroy it, you can go destroy it. However, soon enough,
Was there
somebody like yourself, if you would decide to go downstairs to destroy the stone, you will clearly see that the flames are still going strong.
so since I wasn't here last session, whoever told you that there's some sort of artifact in this church, did they say what to do with it?
Nope.
They just said there's something weird here?
Yep.
Hmm.
And there wasn't much in ways of research that we could have done with our library use.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll walk onto the stairs and just sort of like creep along, watching him like walk into the fire, just sort of seeing what happens with my gun out.
Well, if I was shooting at it, would I have been able to shoot it from the stairs, or is it like further in?
Well, if you want to shoot it from the stairs, it's kind of far, and technically, you don't see the flames, so I don't see why you would shoot it from that far. You would probably will want to get as close as possible. Maybe you will want to grab it and look at it first before you just want to go destroy it.
But the guy is just saying to destroy it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to destroy it, it's up to you. I mean, who knows? The voice.
Well, do I have agents? Like, do I have agency to make the choice, or?
Yeah, you can make the choice whatever you want. The voice is
Because I thought
that you should go destroy it in order to get everything back to normal. But it's up to you.
I'll just destroy it.
Yeah, because so like telling you that destroy it to release them.
Alright, so how are you gonna destroy it? Are you gonna get to it? Are you gonna shoot it?
Just said he'll shoot. Bang bang.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the only thing I have is I have a knife and a gun, and a knife's not gonna destroy a rock. So, yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
Not if you try hard enough.
Yeah.
Maybe a magical knife. So if you're gonna shoot it from there, I'm gonna need.
Or I can go get Edward's claymore or thermite.
Yeah, well, you're a little compelled at the moment to try to get to it to destroy it. So going back upstairs for a claymore, not necessarily what he's trying to compel you to do. He's like,
all right.
Just the voice probably tells you something along the lines on, come on, get close to it, grab it, and smash it against the ground. Destroy it.
Well, there's only one way to destroy it. You have to eat it.
So
your stomach acids will destroy the rock.
So I guess I'm confused, because if I fail my power roll, like, am I being compelled to do these things? Because now he's saying to grab it.
You're compelled to go downstairs. You're compelled to try to go next to it and grab it. And
okay, well then I will do that.
You're compelled to eat it.
Okay. So when you start walking to the, it sounds like you're deciding to walk towards the rock. Is that correct?
Well, I was gonna shoot it, but I want to shoot it, but I'm confused on what if I'm being compelled to.
Maybe your character just goes like, you know what? I just want to shoot it. I don't want to walk there. That's fine. I mean, you can be suggested, but that doesn't mean that you're not in control. You're just easier to manipulate at that point. So if you want to shoot it, go ahead. Take a shot on. Due to the. Hold on. Okay. Good.
Um,
Good. No, that's fine. 9 out of 40. That's a heart. Okay, you shoot it, and when you shoot it, you see how it cracks. And you hear no, and then something just says, "No, you failed. You were supposed to destroy it. You have to get to it. You just grab it and smash it against the ground. That's the only way you'll be able to destroy it." And the heartbeat that everybody else hears, it just gets louder and louder and louder, faster and faster. Now everybody roll listen, please. Those of you that are still upstairs, along with the hurt guy and the
The
Does
dead guy.
Does the hurt guy still need a full listen? He's in lots of pain.
you can roll listen. You can still listen. You want to roll spot hidden? I'll give you that one if you pass it.
All of us, or just?
Sure, all of you. I mean, with the exception of the guy downstairs in front of the flame.
yeah, I think.
We all failed.
God, you suck tonight. All right. So, Iris, you see there's a group of deranged, crazy people heading towards you from outside the cathedral.
Hey, that's us.
What do you do, Iris? Do you tell everyone else? Do you just keep it to yourself?
Is there time for me to run to the front door and close it and
If
lock
you
it
want to.
before they get here? Yeah, I will do that.
All right. Well, hold on, because technically you didn't see them. So unless Iris tells you that they're coming, you wouldn't know.
Huh?
So, Iris, what do you do with this information that you just got?
I said I go to the front door and close the door.
All right, sorry. I thought I got confused. All right, so you run, you close the door. Everybody sees Iris running, with the exception of Dance, who's probably dancing by the flames. And you lock the door. You close it, you grab a piece of wood, and you just lock the entrance. Not too long after you lock the entrance, you hear banging and noises and screams. All sorts of stuff. You see how the door is being pushed to its very limits. It seems to be holding on for some reason. But, there's a lot of strength going towards that door.
Okay, so the people, the crazies, don't want the crystal broken. They're trying to. So the command went out.
I mean, what they want or what they don't is something that it may be a bit hard for you to figure it out at this point.
Well, so did I see them veer toward the door when he shot the crystal?
You saw him after running.
Okay. Well, I think we should everyone get on the stairs and close the door to the basement and lock it.
And die from smoke.
That door's not holding out for long. Well, we can go out guns blazing at some point, but
Guns blazing.
We need to get to higher ground.
Pew pew.
Well, I'm going down in the basement and I'm closing the door. If anyone wants to come with me, they can, or they can fight it out in the church.
Hey, bro, it's like.
No, we need to climb up towards the position where they cannot climb easily.
You
And in the meantime, I'm going to use.
You said guns blazing, and I just had this image in my head of Zara Paling going like pew pew.
Pew pew.
But okay, so what would you guys like to do? What's that?
Decompose.
I'm gonna lay in
You got that for yourself. You decide
main
not to
power.
come back with a new character.
Well, I'm
just
gonna
thinking
go down in the
through.
basement and break the crystal.
Okay, so you're gonna go down to the basement. You go
I'm just gonna
down
lay
the
in
stairs,
pain.
and you get right where Dance is. Dance is at the bottom of the stairs too. You see him with his gun out. He was aiming at the crystal, and he has his gun on his side now. He sees the crystal kind of cracked. I want everybody to roll your power again, please. Except dead people.
Give me a second.
Dance.
My PC
You're
is
gonna
being.
dance, buddy. You're gonna dance it off. Alright, while everybody else continues rolling dance, you just feel compelled to go grab it. The voice finally told you to go grab it. You need to finish the you need to finish this. You just gotta finish it. There's no more of this. So you walk through. As you walk through this liquid tar that was under you pretty much engulfs you. But when it engulfs you, it just gets over you. It starts crawling on top of you and it burns your skin. As it burns your skin, you just go into madness. Go ahead and roll your sanity, please, on extreme.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and roll a 1d6. Wow.
God fucking damn it.
Okay, so how many points of sanity have you lost so far? Just curious.
That's the first one.
First one. All right, cool. All right, so right now your skin is burnt alive, so you're actually screaming in pain. Go ahead and roll your Constitution, please.
Oh, sorry, I was on.
Alright. So give me a actually okay. Give me a 1d2. So you lost 1 point of damage. And right now, you are, as much as you are in control of yourself right now, you just cannot stand still. You are not able to stop moving. You are feeling a lot of pain. That heat is eating at your skin. And you just move and you just scream. Really, really bad. So everybody hears him scream right now from downstairs. And when you look, you just see this rubber man that is in flames just walking around. Just imagine
It's a monster. Kill it.
Clayface walking around, but made out of tar and in flames.
Tar monster Scooby.
Yeah.
Kill it.
That's
Kill it with fire.
So obviously, you're going to try to beg for help most likely. So, it will make
It's a
sense
monster.
that you will try to reach out to your fellow companions if you want.
Well, am I still going towards the stone, or am I out of that now?
Well, right now, no, you're not going to the store. Right now, you're just going around. You're in pain. If you want to go to the store, to the stone, you can, but that's going to require a lot of willpower to get that done. So, but meanwhile, since you're dealing with that, what does everybody want to do?
Kill the monster.
I'm gonna carefully
Um,
slide up on the gem and shoot it from the base of the stairs.
Yeah, with Jesus Christ.
So,
I'm going.
Arlian, what do you
I'm
have?
going to. I'm going to set up the claymore charges I prepared and aim them towards the doors.
Aiming towards the doors.
Yes. So if they break in, I just need to considering that they're mostly modified, just press the button and you're gonna have to tell me how much damage they do.
Sure. All right. You do that.
It's not the last. It's literally your last resort in case things don't start coming down, and a distraction to start running away.
Sure. Okay, so you put the charges by the doors. You head in. As you head in, what is the rest of the group doing right now with a monster that is covered in tar, walking around screaming and trying to get towards everybody?
Shooting the gem.
Laying in pain.
Telling Jesus my life story.
That was a short one.
Yeah, considering he's 20 years old, yeah.
So, all right. So, Harold, I know you are not in a very good position right now. So, what do you do when you see Arlian going and put charges on the door?
I'm completely out of
Aim
everything, right?
towards the doors,
Yeah, you're
not
kind of
at the
you're
door.
kind of not there, but you are there. Like, I mean, you can see, you just can't act on things, but you can understand what's going on.
I know, but I know like it's Arlen, right? I know he's
Yeah,
not. He's
you
no
can see
longer.
him.
I'd be trying to get out of there, trying to get away. I guess be like, if he's setting charges, I don't want to be nowhere near it.
Okay, so you're gonna start trying to crawl little by little away. Iris, what would you like to do?
I am shooting the gem. Like
Go
taking my time, sighting up, getting that aim bonus, and then taking a shot.
Go ahead and take a shot.
Okay, so that's handgun with.
All right, so
Wait,
your gun just
It's not-
jams.
hang on, it's lagging. Should be doing. What the hell? There we go. Okay, so 75.
All right,
Still a miss, but not a gem.
all right. And Alien Alpha, I don't know what your character's name is. I haven't looked at it yet. But what do you want to do?
So I see a big flaming monster,
Uh-huh.
but I don't really have anything to fight it with, and I don't want to go fisticuffs. Is there like a rock I can chuck at it? Like some.
Go ahead and roll spot hidden. Come on, you can do it. All right, so you find a rock.
Chuck it at the monster.
right, so you throw it at the monster. Go ahead and roll your throw. Let's all be thankful that's not a grenade. All right. So you throw it. You fail. Fortunately, the rock doesn't go that way. Everybody roll luck, please. That is around him. The exception of Arlen and Edward. I'm sorry, Arlen and Harold.
But I also need to, because
No, you don't have to
he missed me.
roll. Never mind, he's throwing too. The worst roll will get the rock. So, Iris.
Oh, I think it's just Iris,
So
right?
it is Iris. So here's Iris. Okay, Iris, go ahead and roll your dodge. See how you do there. Nice. All right, so you managed to dodge the incoming rock. Dance.
Hey, watch out! Don't throw that shit at me.
Dance. Go ahead and roll your power. Okay. So meanwhile, give me a 1d3, please, for your damage. You're not gonna lose any sanity at this point. However, you notice that your body's burning away. You know, you don't seem to have a plan on how to extinguish the flames. Things don't seem to really be improving a lot for you. So, what would you like to do?
So I'm completely free of wanting and needing to get that stone. I can just get the hell out of this and go back to the stairs, right?
Well, the tar thing seems to be attached to your body. It all
Is
seems
the
to
tar
be.
is the tar an actual creature, or is it
It
just?
seems to be an actual creature because he went all the way from the floor and he crawled all over you, and now it's kind of like a symbiote of sorts that is now on you, burning you alive.
I so I can't move, or I can move.
You can move willingly. Fortunately, you cannot get rid of the nice bodysuit you got going on.
Okay. How? So like, was I like in the middle of between the stairs and the stone, or like where am I in the basement?
You are. Well, you were wandering around between the stairs and the stone, begging for help.
All right.
Due
Well,
to
then
the
I'm just gonna go
pain.
back to the stairs.
Obviously, you know that you're gonna hurt. You know that things are happening, but at least now you're more in control.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to the stairs and be like, "Fucking help me! Water, something! This thing won't get up." I have laxative. I don't know if that'll help though.
You and your laxatives.
Take one and poop on me. So
Yeah. I'm just gonna move towards the stairs and ask, like, just beg for help. Like, please help get this
all
thing
right.
off of me.
So what does everybody do whenever you see this creature talking, begging for help? Actually, I want everybody to roll your power while you're there, except for our creature man, friendly beast.
Well, we know it's him, right? We saw him get enveloped
So
by
yeah, you
the
pass a power roll, so you will
tar.
definitely know it's him. Yeah.
So
So you know it's him.
I would probably ignore him and side up and take another shot at the crystal.
Go ahead.
Um, oh, that's it. Let's see if it's good. No, just a plus 2.
Right, 8 damage. You shoot the crystal. The moment that you shoot the crystal, you see how the bullet goes into this rock-like crystal, and it shatters. And the moment it shatters, everything just gets sucked into the crystal. You see how there's a strong wind, and now it's sucking into it. Everything, the tar, the fire, the doors from the top floor break, and the wind just blows in, and all the crazy people, they just start going in and flying through and getting sucked into it. While eventually,
Did the claymore get sucked in too?
not you guys, hold on. And eventually, everything just gets sucked in, including, all the hieroglyphics and everything. So a hole on reality just closes up, and the crystal just doesn't seem to be there anymore. The church appears to be just fine. The When you look upstairs, unfortunately, Harold's body is not there anymore. If you do decide to walk around outside, you will eventually notice that Juice's body is not there anymore, nor any other body from any crazy person or dead person. Although, pretty much this campaign is just done for you guys. You pretty much cleared that up. But, not too long after that, a couple of minutes after, I would say, Harold,
Yep.
you notice that everything is very, very dark. And you start feeling better. You actually don't feel pain. You notice that you can move your leg. Juice, you're actually alive. Everything's very, very dark. However, you notice there's something moving very close to you. When you reach out with your arm, you notice that there's another person. What do you
Who?
say?
Mere Juice.
Who the fuck are you?
Someone here?
I guess not.
What's going on? I was in heaven! You want to go back?
Oof.
We're stuck down here with us.
Fuck did I do to... Did I die?
Oh,
I
we
died
thought you
outside of
died?
the church!
Oh, we brought you with us. Don't worry, pal. We prayed you back to life.
Yeah, you died like twice.
So, well, if you are dead, definitely you would have been sucked into that. But as far as I know, only Juice and Harold were the ones that they were close to death and were not able to move. So therefore, were sucked into that. Now, when you are in there, you hear the voice this time around without rolling power. As you get out, you hear, "Oh, my children, I see that you're okay. You made it. I have decided
Stranger
to
danger.
I have decided to spare your lives. I fear that you were just victims of a terrible, terrible game that was played up there, and you had no fault of your own. So therefore, I thought that you deserved the chance to live. Are you ready to spend your life serving me now that you are alive?"
No.
No.
There's only one
Nope.
true lord for me, and you ain't him.
He says, "I'm sorry. Did you say no?"
Yes, I said no.
And notice some light comes up.
Harold will fall to his knees and say yes, but
When the light comes up, you notice how your body gets covered on that goo
Uh-oh.
again, and you start twitching around and moving and convulsing, and you see how your arm starts getting twisted to the wrong side, and the creature says again, "Are you ready to start serving me?"
Trap.
He says, "If you don't want to serve me, you can stay in this world forever. But if you are going to serve me, keep in mind that you are alive only because I am allowing it to. The moment that you refuse, you will die once again, and this time for good."
Do it, coward.
So he goes ahead. All of a sudden, you notice how your arms stretch out and your legs spread out. And he just starts breaking your bones one at a time, from your fingers to your toes, knees, ankles, every single bone in your body except your spine. And then after he breaks them, he tells you, "Now here you get to stay." "And what about you?" he says. "Harold."
Harold fell to his knees and said, "Yes, I will follow you."
Alright, so Harold, you suddenly disappear and you appear back in the real world. And that's the end of the campaign.
Yay.
As a little postscript, Iris sort of just goes out and sits on the front steps of the church and pulls out of her purse a hip flask, unscrews the top, and just passes it around to all the still living members.
Nice.
It's filled with illegal alcohol because this is during Prohibition.
Well, I mean,
I always forget that Call of Cthulhu happens during Prohibition. Like,
right, but you
Yeah,
can
but there's no
all
actually
cops
booze
around.
is
There's no
illegal.
cops around. This whole place is destroyed.
you can
Yeah.
actually drink the alcohol as long as what's really illegal is to buy it. But you can drink it.
Yeah, that's true. Right, my family
So am
had
I all
it
burnt
in
up?
reserve since before the Prohibition went into effect.
I'm sorry, one question at a time. What was that?
Well, I was just asking. So, like, was I actually burnt? Like, do I still sustain that, like, the burns? Huh?
No, you don't sustain the burns. However, go ahead and roll one more power roll for me. You're not gonna be penalized with sanity or anything like that. Okay. No, you are completely fine. There's nothing on you. Everything just came off, so you're good.
Ooh.
You got brand new skin.
Yeah. They went to the spa instead of hot
Looks better
stove
than your
and
old
hot
one.
tar.
So,
It sucks about Angus, huh?
right. So sure, those of you that did survive, go ahead and roll your improvements on things that you pass without necessarily using luck to buy. Next campaign, which is going to be next week, next campaign is going to be a little bit more. There's going to be a little bit more action to it. You guys are going to fight a little more. There's going to be some enemies. Not so much. Not so much mystical stuff. Granted, that there's gonna be some mystical, but you know, we're gonna try to get back to a little bit more, a little bit of high threat. Maybe you guys can do a little bit of traveling here and there, not too far, just a little bit of traveling and dungeon fights and stuff. So make a character prepared to survive.
I think I'm gonna stick with this one. This is a good character.
Yeah, I mean,
Crazy rich lady.
At one point between Dance, Harold, and I don't remember who else was. You guys took between the three of you, just decimated like 6 people.
Yeah, and this character isn't even the one that can was meant to fight.
That's pretty good.
I think I'll stick to Edward for next campaign as well. Expect him to die.
Yeah, he's going fucking nuts, dude. How much more can he take?
Contemplating making a zombie out of Angus.
I mean, can I roll if he's still dead? His character.
You know what?
His character can I attempt?
Would not. Unfortunately, his character was left alive with all broken bones and limbo. But maybe you can roll spot hidden to see if you happen to find from the moment that you end this campaign to the next campaign to see if you find a dead body that may be fresh enough for you to work on.
You can make one yourself.
I mean, technically, I plan on using fire vampires to experiment on a lot of people. Individually.
I should probably explain to you, Harold, that obviously your character has free will, but your character is not going to be a good guy anymore.
Oh, I figured that much.
You get to control it though, but I mean, your character's it's gonna be called whenever needed.
There's gonna be a lot of combat next time.
There's gonna be some combat, yeah, more than this, and not necessarily just people. You may expect a little bit of a higher threat type thing.
Alright, I'll probably go carefully.
Do we gain any sanity in between sessions or in between campaigns?
No, not unless you take. Not unless you take.
Mushrooms.
No, what am I thinking of?